pot, it's a lifesaver. Ingredients go in before I leave for work, and when I get home, dinner is ready. There's no fussing with standing over a hot stove after a long day here.
Even on the weekends, it's the best, because then you can enjoy the day.
And your house smells so good.
And you feel like you've conquered the world.
Yes.
Okay, you're about to get one slow cooker recipe today that will make 4 completely different dinner ideas featuring flavors from around the world from our sponsor, the Minnesota Beef Council. Help us welcome Renee Korzak to Twin Cities Live. Hi, Renee. It's nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me back.
This is a great idea. Okay, so we can see all the flavors right in front of us, but it's all going to start right here. So tell us about the beef first, because that's the basis for everything.
Right, so I started at 6 a.m. this morning. This is a boneless shoulder roast. So you need to, it's slow and low. That's the idea with this. It's great for the crock pot. So this beef has been slow cooking all day long. And I'm glad you have the red wine out, because my tip is to dump a little bit of red wine. You need that moisture. Also, the acid in the wine will help break it down.
Oh, that's great.
And it'll shred much more easily.
Okay, so when you're at the butcher or you're at the grocery store, what do we specifically want to look for at on the package or ask our friendly butchers for?
Yeah, well, definitely something without the bone. So you want it to be boneless. So this is a boneless shoulder roast. You can also do a chuck or arm blade roast, something like that.
Okay, so those are the different things to ask for. That's fantastic. And you say 2 to 2.5 pounds is good?
2 to 2.5 pounds is great,
Unless
especially if you're trying to feed a family.
Because Kelly's husband eats all of the dinner and then she never has leftovers for lunch.
He's
and
like,
she
what's for lunch tomorrow? I'm like, well, what you just ate? You're third helping. Okay, I always do this, but I always just serve the potatoes and the carrots. So this is kind of reinventing the wheel for this, right?
Exactly right. And I love this because look at all these great recipes we have. We did beef 4 different ways. So today we're actually featuring an Asian style beef. So you see we have this beautiful green lettuce with some peanuts, carrots, green onions.
So this is ready to go. So we can kind of build this. So you do like the romaine lettuce. Can I just, so you don't really do too much crazy with the beef in the slow cooker. It's the flavors added after?
It's the flavors added after. And that's what's so versatile about this beef. And you can do so many different things with it. It's incredible.
Ooh, okay. So what am I adding?
I've already like pre-shredded this for you. I actually also dump a little bit of onion. So this is just an example of how it would be chopped up. So red wine, onions. You can use anything else just for a little bit of acid.
Did you brown it ahead of time?
I did brown it. So just, you know, if it's a thicker piece of beef, you want to just sear it off 2 minutes each side. And then I throw it in the crock pot.
Oh, God. Okay, tell me about this sauce. What is this?
So this is just a teriyaki sauce. So, you know, I can't take credit for making this one. It's just out of the bottle, but it is great for a busy weeknight meal.
Totally.
So you can see that adds some of that Asian flavor, shredded carrots.
Whoa, whoa.
We're having fun in the kitchen today.
I've had a really rough week. I missed my mouth with food earlier this week, and now I'm throwing green onions everywhere.
It's okay. It's all good.
I love this because my girls, they aren't too picky, but having different flavor. I think introducing them at a young age is important, just to try something different. You could do this.
And have the control of picking what they want to put on here.
This is great for kids. As you can see what we've done here, we've just laid everything out. It's so colorful. They can learn different food groups and learn how to build a meal with beef.
And if you're doing low carb, which a lot of people like to do that, you know, occasionally during the week, that's an easy way to do it. Okay, now tell us about this next one. What do we got going on here?
So I am partial to this one because I make this all the time. This is probably one of my favorites. This is a Mexican style shredded beef tacos. So I've added some healthy avocado, which gives you monounsaturated fat. So that's the good stuff for your heart if anyone's worried about heart health.
Good. I love the avocado.
We have some diced up tomatoes, some green pepper. Also, you can shred a little bit of cheese on there. So it's really just...
Taco night's always a hit.
Yeah, and then again, it's just like the blank canvas with the beef, so you don't have to monkey around with too many different sauces. And if you have leftovers, you could do Asian one night and then repurpose the next night for the tacos.
Just shred it up, stick
different.
it in the fridge.
Exactly right. And I batch cook. You know, right now I'm a family of 2, but in the future I think this is great because you batch cook. You can freeze it. It lasts in the freezer for 2 to 3 months. I think the key is when you pull it out of the freezer, you want to be safe. You want to practice food safety. Making sure you're reheating it to 165 is really key.
Very good.
A little moisture to kind of
and you can add moisture back. That'll help flavor up that beef.
Okay, what's this one? What do we got? A little sandwich going on here.
This is, you know, this is great. I think football with this because you're tailgating. You're out in the stadium parking lot. Perhaps you're trying to please your friends. This is a real crowd pleaser. So it's just this shredded beef with some coleslaw, some barbecue sauce, a nice little bun. You can make it, you know, if you like whole grain bun or even a pita pocket, you can do whatever you want.
Good. Now, and this last one I think is really fun because this is introducing some flavors that maybe not all of us are having all the time. It's like an Indian flavor shredded beef.
This is what I like to call tiki masala sauce. So it's a little spicy if you like that spicy flavor.
I love it. Should we build one?
Yeah, please build one.
Okay.
I want you to get your hands
Got it.
involved here.
Okay, so what do we have here? This looks like a whole grain kind of a little.
It is. So I am a big whole grain fan as well. You get a lot of nutrients in whole grains. You get some fiber. You're adding this shredded beef.
Okay.
I have also added on this demo plate here some chopped up green pepper. You can also do green chives.
Ooh, good idea.
Which is also gives it a wonderful flavor. And then just layer on the tiki masala sauce. I would say do it with caution if you are not, you know, acclimated to real spice.
Unlike Kelly, who just dumped a half a cup on there.
It looked kind of like barbecue sauce. I was going to town.
She's got the wine to balance it out.
Yeah,
you know,
she
that
does.
wine is
Kelly,
key.
some milk
Kelly's
after
going to
this.
eat this and just be on fire and sweating for the rest of the show.
I think Steve has done that many times, so
yeah,
I'm
he
hoping I can
certainly
get through
has.
it.
Okay, and then so you've got it cut up, but I would assume I could kind of do like a little wrap kind of a
Exactly
thing. I'm going
right.
to try this.
I'm gonna go light
just,
in.
yeah,
Just
me
a
too.
little
I want
sauce.
to try the sauce and the beef.
You can build it as a sandwich, or I think this way, how we've demoed it, is nice if you're doing something for a party and you want to do appetizer style. Just cut that up in fours.
That's really good.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
glad
super
you
Yummy,
liked
yummy.
it. Yeah.
You know, what I love about this is I tend to stick to pot roast and do it all the time, and then I'm thinking, all right, if you get kind of bored with pot roast, which it's great,
Right.
but by the end of winter you're a little bored of it.
That's true.
This is such a fun way to add some different flavors. Renee, great job.
Thank you
you.
so much. Yeah.
Fantastic. So you're going to find all the instructions on how to make slow cooker shredded beef and then all these different ways to serve it, fun ideas on our website. It's twincitieslive.com. And then you're going to find plenty more recipe ideas on the Minnesota Beef Council's website. It is mnbeef.org, and we want to thank them for sponsoring Twin Cities Live. Have dinner.